You may have heard that the last couple of weeks were the U.S. midterm elections. Michigan had its largest turnout for a midterm election since 1956. No matter what you feel about the president and the government right now, that means a lot of people made sure their voices and opinions were heard. And that's always good for democracy. There has never been more women or diversity in Congress in U.S. history as well, making this a landmark election in multiple ways. Now let's take a look at the results for our state. The U.S. Senate race for Michigan's open seat was between Democrat Debbie Stabenow and challenger John James, a Republican. Stabenow won 52% of the vote, extending her term in the Senate for another 6 years. The House of Representatives has a space for 14 members from Michigan. Both Democrats and Republicans have 7 seats each there now, a gain of 2 over the last election cycle for Democrats. The new members are Alyssa Slotkin, a former CIA analyst, and Haley Stevens, a former Obama staffer. Both flipped seats that were previously Republican. That might not sound like a lot, but both the areas they represent voted for Trump in 2016, marking a big change in how people in those areas vote and most likely view the president. Michigan also elected one of the first Muslim women, Rashida Tlaib, to Congress this year as well. After the Flint water crisis severely dropped the popularity Republican Governor Rick Snyder, people were interested in whether the open seat for the governor would stay in hands of Republicans or flip to a Democrat. Gretchen Whitmer won by over 340,000 votes, a big win for Democrats Tuesday night. The new Secretary of State is Jocelyn Benson, who promises to make visits to the DMV no longer than 30 minutes. When sophomores and juniors go in to get their license now, they won't have to wait as long as seniors did. Finally, and perhaps the most interest to West Bloomfield students, marijuana is now legal for personal use in Michigan. 21-year-olds will be able to legally purchase and keep up to 10 ounces of their own use, as well as own up to 12 grow plants. It's being treated just like alcohol, meaning you can still get charged with breaking laws if you misuse it. And there's a 10% tax on purchases now. Legalization will go into effect fully December of this year. That's it for election results in Michigan. More Americans are able to vote now than ever before in our country's history. It's the most powerful tool you have to make the change you want to see for your country. I'm Christian Grant reporting for Laker Update.